everybody! So I did forget to do an intro for the video, however we're just going to jump right in. I am using the Lancome 24-hour, I think it's their Tint Idol foundation, and I'm just using that on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take that and kind of place it in dots around the face, and then I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender. You can use any beauty blender. I believe this is the Pro one. I know you can get it on SEPHORA.com. I'm sure there's other places as well. But I'm just going to take it and just blend in all of the foundation that I have on there. The nice thing about these is that they really help even out the foundation so that it's not too heavy or cakey, and actually adds hydration back to your skin as you're using it. And of course you want to make sure that you also do blend down the neck just to make sure everything is seamless. After that, we're going to jump right into the brows, and we're just going to start by just combing them. I go through with the spoolie just to make sure I get all the hairs the way I want them to be. And then once I do that, that's when I start going in and adding product to the brow. I typically start going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. That's the easiest for me because it helps to define the brow and also just kind of give me a place to start from. It's also a very forgiving product, which is really nice, especially since, as you can see, I did overdraw just a little bit. So I'm just going back in with that spoolie, and then I'm going to just take it and clean it up. And we're going to skip right on to brows being done. I did take some concealer as well to highlight underneath the brow bone and just clean up anything that I had messed up and to sharpen it. So now I'm just taking a lighter shade from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and I'm going to apply that underneath the brow bone to highlight the brow bone and then also to set the concealer. So now we're going to start building color in our crease. I'm going in with a shade from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette again. And then I'm going to just take that lighter color just to start building it in the crease, to start defining the crease, because you want to have a transition color to work off of whenever you're using any kind of colors on the eyes. Now I'm going in with a SEPHORA brush, and this one's a little bit more defined and pointier, so it's a little bit more precise with the product placement. And I'm going in with a darker color, and I'm going to place that on the outer corner of the eye first. And I'm going to kind of create like a V, and then once I have created the product and put the product there, I'll blend it out, and then also blend it into the crease as well. Again, this just helps to really define that crease and start building the layers of color. It's also important to remember that while you are building color, that blending is extremely important, so blending does take a little bit of time. So just be patient with it and just know that as long as you continue to blend it out, you should get the look that you're going for. Now I'm going with the Sigma brush, and again everything will be listed down below in the description bar, and I'm just really blending that color into the crease and kind of softening it. I'm adding just a little bit, and then I kind of tap it off, and then I go back in and add a little bit more, and that's just to really kind of build that crease up in the color as well. And I believe this color is actually from the Kat Von D palette, which again everything will be listed below. I'm now just going back in and retouching up the highlight to my brow bone, because whenever you start putting colors in your crease, you sometimes can lose the highlight that you have on your brow bone if you tend to go up too far, which happens to me sometimes. So now we're going to go in with one of the lighter shades in a Buxom palette I have, and I'm just going to use my middle finger and I'm just going to get some on it, and then I'm just going to kind of pat it onto the top of the lid. When doing eyeshadow on the top of the lid like this, after I've done my crease, I do like to go in with my finger because a lot of the times it's easier for me to get a better product placement. And then also making sure that I'm putting that product in the inner tear duct as well. After I've done that, I'm just going back in with the same brush I used earlier, the Sigma brush, and the same color from the Buxom palette to define the crease as well, just to kind of clean up everything and make sure that everything looks seamless and put together as well. Again, blend, 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 blend. Invincible. So I'm going in with the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Vanilla. I think it's light 2. And I'm just going to put a little bit underneath the eyes. And then I'm going to go in with a SEPHORA brush. I believe this is their Pro Concealer brush. And I'm going to just blend out underneath the eye and then blend down as well onto the cheek to kind of give yourself a little bit of a highlight and also conceal at the same time. This brush does a really great job of blending out the product and making it so that the product isn't cakey on the face as well. I know with a lot of concealers you sometimes can get that creasing or you can get that cakey feeling, and this brush does a wonderful job at being able to get precise and clean up the lines, say on your eyeshadow if I went over an area, and also it helps to just blend it out so that the product isn't cakey. So now I'm going to go in and just set everything on my face. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever setting powder in their HD powder. And I'm just going to go in with a big round brush. I think this is a SONIA KHASHUK brush. And I'm just going to kind of press it over until I get down to my neck and I just blend it down that way. But while it's on the face, I do like to just press it instead of swiping it, because I feel like swiping it, you actually help move the product around and you're actually trying to set it, not move it. So that is just a friendly tip. So now I'm going in with another Sigma brush, and I'm using the banana powder from the Anastasia contour kit. It's just a loose pan, I took it out. And I'm just going to set my under eyes with that. I find by using this product, it does help with the creasing underneath the eyes so that it doesn't crease as bad. And now I'm going in with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, the liquid liner, and this is hands down my favorite liner. It makes my job so easy. I don't know about y'all, but I struggle when I use liquid liners, and this just does a wonderful job of making it nice and easy for me to create that wing, you know, that cat eye, and then to create any kind of liner look I'm really looking for. So I just started with this look, going from the inner corner of the eye and then lightly pressing it to build the intensity of the and width of the liner that I was doing today, and then I kind of flicked it out at the corner to create that wing effect. So again, what we do to one eye, we definitely want to do to the other. So again, I'm just going in and creating that line to create that cat eye and that winged look, and then I'm going to connect it all and fill it in. So now that we have our liner done, we're going to jump into putting a little bit of shadow on the under part of the eye just to define the bottom eye as well. Whenever I do looks like this, I like to make sure that there's something on the bottom lash line because I feel like it's not complete if I don't have that. So I'm just going in with the same shadows that we used earlier in our crease, and I'm going to build those colors underneath the under eye to kind of smoke it out. This is optional. If you don't like product on the bottom of your lash line, you definitely don't have to do this, but again, I'm just going in just to smoke it out. And of course, you have to have a little sing and dance break. So now I'm going to go in and prep my lashes for falsies. I'm going to go with the Benefit They're Real mascara. This is the black one. And I'm just going to give it a nice generous coat of mascara on my lashes, again, just to prep for some falsies. And on to some falsies. So I'm using the Velour Doll Me Up lashes. These are hands down one of my favorites right now. I feel like they help to really make the look. They're very soft on the eye and not very heavy at all either. And they wear really well. I believe I read that you can get up to 30 wears with these lashes as long as you do take care of them when you take them off as well. They are mink. But again, I believe these ones are the Doll Me Up lashes. Alright, so now I'm going in and I'm going to use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, and I'm just going to do my bottom lashes, just give them a coat so they are not bare. And then again, I just go back in after I've let my lashes dry a little bit and then mix it with a little bit of mascara just to help blend my natural lashes to the lashes that I did put on. This is optional. Sometimes you don't have to do that. You could probably take a spoolie and then really push those lashes in. I just like to add that extra to it. Then I'm just going back in and just thickening up the line. Anytime I wear falsies, I do like to go back over it just to make sure that the band does blend with the liner that you have on. So now I'm going to go with the NARS eyeliner, and this is just the black one. And I'm just going to take it and actually fill in my waterline just to make sure that everything is dark and I don't have any difference in the lash line and also the mascara and lashes. Now I'm going to go in and contour. I'm going to use the NARS ITA Brush, I don't know how you say it, that NARS brush. And then I'm going to just use a SEPHORA bronzer that I have. I believe it's the Los Cabos. And I'm just going to define my cheekbones just a little bit. After I've done that, I'm going to add some blush to the cheeks. I am using the Tarte 12-Hour Amazonian Clay blushes, and I believe this one is exposed. This is one of my favorite ones because it's very natural looking and they last forever. Well, at least it seems like it. So now I'm going back in and just adding a little bit more mascara to my bottom lashes just to make them a little bit fuller looking. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our lips. I'm going to go in with MAC Whirl and the lip liner, and I'm just going to line my lips. I do overdraw my top just a little bit, but not enough where you can really notice, just to help make them look a little bit fuller. And then I do pencil in just a little bit as well on the outside corners of the lip on the bottom. And then we're going to go in with another MAC product. This is a MAC lipstick. I believe it's their Viva La Glam 3 series that they had, or 2, but I think the name of it is actually Viva Glam 2. But again, all products will be listed down below. So now I'm just going to go back in and touch up the eyes. I am going to touch up the lighter shade that we did use because I did end up getting, I think it's either lash glue or some liner on it. And then again, we're going to go back into the bottom lash line, and I'm just going to darken it up just a bit because I did want the pigment payoff just a little bit more. And while once I'm finished doing that, I'm just going to go in with a mascara again just to darken up the lashes, since we did put more product underneath. And last but not least, we're going to go in with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray and just give ourselves a couple of sprays and to set our makeup. And this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time.